What is happening, boys and girls? James from Sigma Strength and Physique. Real quick video because no one watches videos that go for more than 2 minutes, but this one is going to be a cracker, and it is going to tell you why you may not be getting the results you want from your weight training, gym, running, whatever you do. This one's for the ladies. Now, let's just assume the results means looking leaner, less body fat, sexier, whatever you want to call it. We know that look. I've been training women for 20 years, and that's unanimously the look or the request that I get for results. Now, what gets results? Well, we know what doesn't get results. Cardio as a main source of exercise does not get results, and we'll go through each one why. Circuit training is a little bit better and gets some results because it has a little bit of weight training in it, but is less than optimal. What gets results is getting stronger, so consistent weight training with good movements that need monitoring, unfortunately, or at least need to have a good understanding of technique. So you're deadlifting, you're squatting, big upper body movements, chin-ups. We don't tend to do a lot of chest work for women in general unless they want to do it. The big movements that generate a lot of force and work your big muscles. Now, you're never going to get big muscles as a female, so don't worry. If you do, it won't happen overnight, so you won't wake up with them, and in some magic land, if you did, it's really easy to lose. Simply stop training. There's boys out there that have been training for years and years and years with way more testosterone than you that battle to build muscle, so let's not worry about that one. Right, so how do we achieve this? Well, we need to be training firstly somewhere that is going to provide us with the exercises we need to do. So you should be training in a gym or a personal training studio or somewhere that gives you access to all those amazing exercises that we know empirically, scientifically produce results and get stronger at them. So your body will change from the stimulus you give it. So if the stimulus you give it is heavy weight, the body says we need to build bigger or more toned, I'll use that terminology, to keep everyone happy because it's simple. We will become more toned because we need to handle that weight next time. So the muscle grows, the fibers grow, the fibers recover, assuming you eat properly. You come to the gym, next time you go a little bit heavier, and the same thing happens. If you don't go heavier, the body has no reason to change. So your body hates you. Your body does not care that you want to look good in a bikini. Women in particular are designed to be small and fat in the sense that they last longer in famines historically back in our evolutionary days, which we are the lowly remainders of our primate mammalian ancestry. So in a sense, your body doesn't give a shit about your 21st century goals. It cares about keeping you alive, and it cares about giving you an opportunity to reproduce. So you will carry body fat around your hips and thighs where it's most useful. You will find it hard to lose body fat, and if you do lose body fat, often you'll significant amounts, so we're talking getting down below sort of 13% or so, often you'll stop menstruating because the body has to partition calories, and it will do so in order of importance. So firstly, some people lose hair and fingernails and whatnot because they're not that important. But if your brain stops working, that's going to be a real problem. So calories go to keep your brain functioning properly. It's not very important that you reproduce, and in fact, from an evolutionary perspective, your body doesn't want you to reproduce in such a famine state, so often those women will stop menstruating. That's beside the point. Like I said, we'll cover that in a future series, but what I'm trying to clear the ground for is the fact that doing huge amounts of cardio, we talk about the stimulus that gives you. What stimulus does that give you? The stimulus is drop weight. Weight also equals muscle. So your body is essentially, in a very roundabout way, saying, we need to be able to run this stupid amount of distance again sometime. So let's drop as much muscle as possible because this muscle will not serve us. We don't need the muscle to run. You don't need muscle to generate force to run because there's no resistance, you're just running. And so let's drop some muscle, and as a result, your basal metabolic rate drops, which means you burn less calories when you sit on your ass doing nothing, and you become a smaller, fatter version of yourself. Now, if you do circuit training, where you're doing a little bit of weight training, a little bit of cardio, that's not so bad. But you're giving mixed messages. You're giving messages, again, of saying, well, yes, we need to drop a little bit of weight, but the stimulus in terms of the weight you're lifting will be so light because you're doing weights when you are gassed. So you've done your 500 meter row or whatever crap gets done. Then you're straight into your weight training movement, which often in circuits won't be a good movement. It'll just be some garbage. It won't be a deadlift or a squat or things that we know actually will tone you up. And the weight you will do will be so low because you're gassed that it won't be enough to cause a stimulus. So you can probably start to see that what makes people look sexy is lean, toned muscle. And in order to get that, particularly as a female, you need to be doing weights. Some men have great genetics and we have testosterone, and they can often just look at weights and build muscle. Now, you don't look like men, but the point is muscle's hard to build. And if you're not doing an optimal training split where you are focusing on doing some weight training where you're getting stronger, you will not get the look that you want. It is simple. Success leaves clues. Now, a lot of you people hate those annoying Insta hoes or whatever they're called. Yes, they give me this shit as well. But often they do train by doing squatting and deadlifting. They often do a lot of shit as well to put on Instagram, but mistakenly they get some things right. And the girls that do bikini comps or physique comps, now don't get your back up. I'm not telling you to get on stage. I'm just saying it's a false dichotomy to say there's a way that people who want to get on stage or look good on Instagram train, and then there's a way that someone who just wants to lose a few kilos and tone up trains. That's bullshit. It's the same process. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So you just stop a little bit earlier in the process. So whilst one of those annoying people, or a comp person who's not annoying, because I'm a comp person, wants to take it to one extreme, you just stop a little bit earlier in the process. But the process is the same. It's about making sure we're eating the right amount, making sure we're getting stronger, making sure we're recovering, and making sure we're having fun. Now, it can be a hard sell for me, and I'm not going to try and sell you anything. Good shit sells itself. What I'm saying is, it's a tough sell for me or any other trainer who actually understands what gets results. When a new client walks in, female, and says, I want to have, I want to look lean, I want to look toned, I want to look sexy, and you're trying to sell them on doing a lot of weight training, often you won't get them. The place that will get them will be, like a circuit place, because it looks fun and it's all, it's all fucking glitz and glamour, or glamour. Fuck's the word I use. It's all bullshit, basically. But it looks good, and it's not your fault. You're not meant to know what gets results. You're not a exercise scientist or a PT, not that us PTs are Rhodes scholars, but nonetheless, many people don't understand what gets results. And so you're often going to go with the place that gives you, that I guess correlates with your understanding of what gets results. Now, we're brought up to understand that getting a sweat up and doing cardio gets results because we're brought up in the aerobics days and CrossFit and all that kind of crap. And so it's understandable we think that's what gets results. And of course, you will get a sweat up. We're going to get you getting a sweat up doing weight training, doing reverse band hack squat, doing leg press, doing movements that are applicable to what you can do, to any injuries you have, to your strength level, etc., but they're good movements. And that's what gets results. And believe me, once you start getting stronger in time at your own pace, at the pace that us coaches will have you moving at, which is going to be at a safe pace. You don't progress in reps until you earn it. The weight doesn't go up until you earn it. What I'm saying is, once you can get to a weight after about a month or so that's significant on big movements, you are going to not want to go near cardio. But you will get the benefits of cardio plus the benefits of toning up or muscle hypertrophy, whatever you want to call it. So as you can see, cardio gets your heart rate up, burns calories, drops muscle, nothing else. Weight training burns calories, builds muscle, looks good, is more fun, and like I was saying with a tough sell for a new client, comes in, believe me, once you're fucking breaking PBs on big movements, that gets pretty exciting. So the initial 2 or 3 months of doing circuit training is new and it's fun and it's 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. That shit wears off pretty quick when 3 months in, you go to your trainer, oh, I look the same. Or maybe I lost a little bit of weight initially, now I've stalled. Well, you stalled because you're not producing a stimulus for your body to adapt to. If you don't make your body change, it won't change. So if you're doing the same weight or just doing cardio, the body doesn't need to change. The body is only going to change, like I explained to you, through sheer force. It is trying to keep you alive. Muscle burns calories. The more muscle you have, the quicker you die in a famine. So it's in your best interests, from an evolutionary perspective, to not build muscle. So you've really got to fight for it, particularly as a female. So I hope that sort of gives you a bit of an idea as to why we do the things we do at Sigma. It's not a stylistic thing. It's not like, oh, yeah, the guys at Sigma like weight training, that's their style, and some other place loves circuit training, da-da-da-da. No, it's not. There's a reason we've got this stuff here. It's not cheap. The reason we've got this stuff here is because it gets results, and we've created an environment and a studio that is full of amazing equipment, top-level coaches, and it is conducive to getting results, which I can say, without being too specific, there aren't many places like that. But it's not for me to say, it's for me to give a broad understanding of what we do and why we do it, and then of course for the client to make up their mind as to whether it's for them. But what I'm saying is science has a bearing on this stuff. It's not a stylistic thing, it's not subjective, it's not like, you know, F45 is one thing, and if you like that, that'll get the same results as those guys that do weight training or girls do weight training. Not the case. Science has a bearing on it, and there's plenty of studies to show, and of course, success leaves clues. Okay? The people that have those kind of physiques you want, whether you want to admit it or not because they're annoying, they do train a certain way and they're onto something. Anyway, guys, hope that gives you a bit of an idea, and look forward to catching our awesome series with Rach about women's training, health, and bloody hormones. Take care.